Hi, I'm Don Stadius. I'm your wheelchair traveler. We start our wheelchair tour at Pier 39. Here we see the carousel. The entire pier is wheelchair accessible. Look for the blue wheelchair signs to find the elevator to the second floor. This pier contains everything: shopping, food, entertainment, great view, crowds of people. Go west on the Embarcadero. On the right is the Gray Line Tour Office, then sightseeing boats, and the slip for the ferries to go north across the bay. We reach Pier 45. Here is one of my favorite places on the pier, the Musée Mécanique. It contains hundreds of 25-cent arcade machines. One of my favorites is the Carnival. It all operates. These were once at Playland, which is at the beach. When Playland closed, it moved to the basement of Cliff House. Now the Cliff House is undergoing restoration, and it was moved to Pier 45. Further west on Pier 45, we find them unloading crab. If you're lucky, you can buy a couple from the captain of the ship. This is the largest urban fishing port. There is the Fisherman's Memorial Chapel. Over 200 memorial plaques are on the wall in memory of fishermen who lost their lives at sea. In October, they have the Blessing of the Fleet. Walk south past the boats to Jefferson Street. Here we have the boat mooring. The front rows are sightseeing and fishing party boats. Unfortunately, they are not accessible. Continue west on Jefferson, we see Castagnola's restaurant. This is a long-time Italian seafood restaurant. Check out that car driving by. Continue west on Jefferson to the cannery. This was built in 1907 following the quake and fire. Calpac became Del Monte, at one time the largest peach packing facility in the world. It closed in 1937. In 1963, the building was converted to a beautiful mall. In 2002, a fire burned the Hazlitt Warehouse, the building to the west, and which was reopened in 2003 as the Argonaut Hotel, a boutique hotel. Further west on Jefferson to Hyde and north on Hyde to Beach Street, we see the Victorian Park. Here is the cable car turnaround. As you can see, there are long lines for the $3 a ride trip over the hill to Market Street. If someone you know is riding on the cable car, you can take the F line of vintage streetcars and get on. It goes down Embarcadero and then up Market Street and get off at 5th and Powell. From the looks of those lines, you might meet them there. Here we see the street vendors. These are all licensed by the city, and they must only sell their own arts and crafts. I think it's better value than buying from the t-shirt shops if you're looking for a souvenir of San Francisco. This area is administered by the National Park Service. Here we see a view of the Balclutha, the Hyde Street Pier, and Alcatraz in the background. Going north through Victorian Park to the Hyde Street Pier. This is a pier with historic vessels. We are on the ferry Eureka built in 1890. It contains a collection of restored period cars and trucks. The ship was wooden-hulled, held 2,300 passengers and 120 cars. Across the pier is the Balclutha, which was built in 1886, steel-hulled, square-rigged. This was used in the original film of Mutiny on the Bounty. We continue west along the shoreline to the municipal pier and go out to the end of it. Municipal piers in California are, you can fish from them without a fishing license. I think The municipal pier is the best place in San Francisco to take pictures. On one side, you can look out over Alcatraz. The lighthouse on Alcatraz has been on since 1864. It was a military prison from 1859 to 1933 and a federal prison from 1934 to 1963. It is one of the most popular tour locations in San Francisco, both the boat tours around the island and the tours that actually land and go through the prison. We see at the other way, looking south, we see the Balclutha, Fisherman's Wharf, and the city skyline. We go back south a ways on the pier to the view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Sunset is a magic time here. The bridge, the cloud and fog coming in, the sun on the clouds turning them reds and oranges, instant Kodak moment. It is also a magic time for lovers. As we leave them for their moment, our brief tour of the Fisherman's Wharf area ends. Remember, your wheelchair gives you a second chance to travel. Use it. This is Don Stadia saying thank you and goodbye.